We were talking about EPLIMO genetic testing. I thought it is also relevant to show you what a sample report would look like. Now, you may not be interested in everything, but this is the report which can give you a lot of information about what are some of your triggers, what are some of the things that work for you, what are some of the things that don't work for you. For example, should you be taking up marathon running? Should you be doing even strength training? What will happen if you do fasting? So on and so forth. Now let's have a quick look at the report. So this will come in the form of graphs, and it will cover a lot of things such as cardio conditions, vascular, nutrition, body weight and metabolism, skin and hair condition, neurological conditions, behavioral conditions, bone, fitness and sports, infection, drug response, lifestyle choices, aging, longevity, etc., etc., etc. Your eating behavior, detoxification, sleep, weight management. So you can see that this is a very comprehensive report. Now you may choose which things you want to focus on. For example, these are some of the biomarkers, but even if we don't want to focus on this and everything is looking good and normal, we can straight away go to things like iron deficiency, omega-3, calcium deficiency. So are we prone to have these kind of conditions? And there's also a gene counselor who will be assigned once your report is generated, who will help you with the action plan of what are the things that you need to do if you are focusing on a certain aspect. So here, like vitamin B2 deficiency, zinc deficiency, so on and so forth, right? So now let's look at body weight and metabolism, for example. So how is the fat metabolism and storage? How is the fiber and weight loss? For example, this is a low risk, which means that you're not going to have that issue of being underweight. Insulin secretion, salt intake and BP sensitivity here, right? Yeah, thyroid, BMI, insulin sensitivity. So these are the things that you will get alerted about so that you can accordingly work on your triggers. Now, if we come to skin and hair conditions, some people may choose to do this just because they want to look young, they want to feel young, and they want to improve the general condition of the skin and hair. So this will give you a report about your propensity towards acne, hair loss, biological age, what is the effect on pollution, skin texture, stretch marks, sunburns, so sugar effect. So what will happen if you consume too much sugar? Are you even at a risk of it, or you are okay with that sugar consumption? Then about autoimmune diseases, neurological conditions such as Alzheimer's, dementia, etc., etc. Now, behavioral conditions. So here you can see how it is talking about emotional eating. Like for example, you are here likely to eat at the max when emotional. So you have a certain gene which is going to trigger a lot of emotional eating. That means you need to be alert about those phases. Low dopamine levels or low serotonin levels. So how is your body producing these happy hormones? And you can link it with if you are having mood swings or low energy levels, or you are often in a sad state. So you can link it back with this. What is your resilience to stress? So you can see that this is not just like a medical report, but it is also about behavior. It is also about skin and beauty and hair conditions. So this gives you a great understanding of what your gene coding is like, what are your triggers, and what do you need to be working on. For example, here now when we look about this is the bone condition. There's hardly any discussion about bone strength. So this one is talking about, let's say weaker bone strength, and hence what's the implication? Should you be working out, and what kind of workout you should be doing, right? So then we come to fitness and sports. So for example, here exercise recovery. What is your tendency towards exercise recovery? For example, here it says you are associated with moderate fatigue and moderate recovery. But in case it is low, then that means that you should not be doing a lot of high intensity exercises. What is your endurance like? What is your aerobic capacity, and should you be doing cardio? Like we hear so many cases where people are dying on the treadmill. They look fit, but they're dying at the age of 40, 45. So that is why it is important to understand what you are, what is unique to you, what are your triggers. For example, here, like there's a trait name called marathon runner. So your genotype indicates that you are likely to be a marathon runner. So like it gives you a good understanding of where you are, this muscle soreness, motivation to exercise. So imagine the kind of information that you will, how prone you are to fungal infection. So this is like really eye-opening, and imagine the kind of information that you will have about yourself and what works for you, what doesn't work for you, what kind of even medicines you should be consuming or not consuming, which salts you should be avoiding. So this gives you a very good understanding of what you are. For example, this alcohol dependence, addiction, caffeine metabolism. So these are the things, whether caffeine suits your body, whether alcohol suits your body, and how to handle it. So this is in brief. You can scroll through. There is a thing about headaches, asthma, hemorrhoids, allergen response. I'm just going through so that you can decrease the speed and you can have a look at this report as well. Response to dieting. So many people, they are always on diet plan and still don't seem to lose weight. So what do they need to do differently, right? That will all be covered in the lifestyle coaching program. Specifically men's health, eating behavior, what's your sweet perception, detoxification phase, snacking behavior, right? And then it is about cancer, which is again quite advanced, like a lot of people may not even want to go almost there. But yeah, this is more about how to understand what you need to do in order to make the right lifestyle choices. So yes, that's a little brief about what the EPLIMO report looks like. And now I have already submitted my sample, and I cannot wait for the report to come so that I can make specific individualized modifications in my lifestyle. Hope this was helpful. And if you are interested in taking EPLIMO, all the details are in the description below. If you like this information, please subscribe to the channel and hit the like button below.